So for anyone who doesn't know, that was a slightly poor rendition of the Vangelis main theme tune from Blade Runner, one of my favourite films. I always enjoy when YouTube channels do that thing where they start with something that is completely irrelevant and then try and bring it back later. So that's what I'm going to try and do. The reason for that. So about 6 years ago, a friend of mine got a 3D printer. I asked him to print something that I'd wanted for a while, and he printed me this. Badoo. For anyone who doesn't know, this is a 3D print of a thing called the Ennis tile, and the Ennis tile was a tile designed by the architect Frank Lloyd Wright and built into a house called the Ennis House in Los Angeles, and you can go and see it if you're ever there. Yeah, he was sort of going through a Mayan sort of temple phase, I think, at that point, and he built this house. The reason that is relevant, other than it just being cool because it's a Frank Lloyd Wright design, is that they used it in Blade Runner in Deckard's apartment. If you go and watch the film, all of the background, yeah, it's covered in these tiles. So I always thought it was a nice sort of artistic signifier of one of my favourite films. Obviously, there's lots of things like the origami unicorn and stuff like that, but I always thought this was a bit more subtle and more, nerdy, I guess. So yeah, fast forward 6 years. It looks like 3D printers now are entering this new phase where you don't have to be a fan of the printers and spend your entire time trying to get them working. I decided to get myself a Bamboo Labs A1, which is a fairly cheap little starter printer, but the thing that Bamboo seems to be doing is trying to make the whole thing not about the hobby of the printer, but more about the hobby of printing things, because I don't have the patience, I don't think, to mess around with the printer, so I wanted something that would kind of just work straight out of the box. Having done a couple of test prints, the first thing I wanted to have a go at was designing my own wall tiles that I could maybe turn into a piece of art, put on the wall, and just thought it'd be a nice way of sort of testing out slightly bigger prints and working out how to connect them together. If you're seeing this, it's worked. Right now I've printed off a few test prints, and yeah, I now need to kind of work out a plan of getting them all together and sticking them all together and getting them on the wall. Okay, so people who have been following me for a while will know that mostly what I do is Blender-based animation and artwork. So I'm going to use Blender to create the models for these tiles. It's not really CAD software, so this is probably not the most efficient way of doing it, but I've been using Blender long enough now that I think I can force it to do what I want. So we're going to pretend that I haven't already designed the tiles, that I've already printed, and that I'm doing it from scratch. But for the purpose of this, you can kind of have a little time-lapse look at the rough process of putting this kind of thing together. And then we will also pretend that we haven't already printed it, and then we'll go to the printing bit and there'll be footage and it'll all go together, I'm sure. Okay, here we go. Bullshit. Okay, so we have 10 sort of greebly wall tiles printed off, which is great, and they look cool and the right size and everything seems to fit together. That's really good. In my excitement to design and print them though, I hadn't really thought massively about mounting them, but seeing them all laid out now, I would quite like to be able to keep the whole thing modular, so we can rotate the tiles or swap out the tiles with different tiles. So the artwork will always have the ability to be changed or replaced. My thinking to begin with, my first thoughts was maybe printing off corner pieces like these. You can stick to the tiles and put magnets in, and then will allow us to align them. But my thinking was that I'm going to need 40 of these. I'm going to need the magnets to be polarized the right way, and at some point I'm definitely going to mess that up. So a more simple solution, you can see a render of this, is printing off trays that these can sit in and then putting magnets on the trays and then some metal on here, and then that will basically give us the same thing, but I only need to print off 10 trays as opposed to 40 other things that could go wrong. So I'm going to try that, and then hopefully when that's all working we can get to painting them. Still not 100% sure how I'm going to paint them. I might do a little test. I don't want to go too weathered and film proppy with it, because I do want it to go on the wall and just look like cool art, but at the same time I don't want it to look dull. So yeah, that's going to be the fun bit, but for now let's try and work out if we can get this tray system working and go from there. Okay, trays seem to work, they all fit, tolerances are good, they're not too tight. Yeah, so I guess that means we can paint them. I guess we'll paint them and then do the magnets and the metal stuff. I'm going to do a little bit more sanding, a little bit more post-processing on them because some of them have got quite thick layer lines. For now, I'm just going to enjoy the process of painting stuff. Today, I am reporting from that kind of weird part of the project, sort of 2/3 of the way through, where you're not really sure whether the whole thing was a waste of time and whether it was really worth it. But that happens on most things that I do, so I'm sure it's going to be absolutely fine. We now have 10 painted tiles in their holders. Still need to do the magnets. I'm not going to weather these, I've decided. I gave it a go. I didn't like how it looked on a test tile, mostly because of my lack of skill. But for now, I think they look quite cool in white, and I think they'll stand out on this wall here quite well. So yeah, for now I'm going to leave them white. I guess we can always, the great thing about this project is the whole point is that it's modular and we can swap them out and change them, change the design, or whatever. So yeah, all there is to do now is magnetize these and mount it to the wood, and yeah, fingers crossed we will have this up on the wall in the next day or two. Okay, so it has been a week since that last update because I printed something else off and had a little bit of an issue.
Cells.
Interlinked.
Interlinked.
What's it like to hold the hand of someone you love? Interlinked.
Interlinked.
Do they?
All jokes aside, the problem was that I put it on Reddit and then some people got in touch and they wanted to get a hold of one of them, and I then put a few on Etsy and then they sold, and then I had to print those off, and I only have one printer, so it all took a little bit longer. So now it's been a week, but I'm back here doing the tile thing. So the last bit is getting some wood on the back of the thing and putting it on the wall. I've decided to use glue. I don't know whether that's going to be an absolutely terrible idea, but it will work for a certain amount of time, I think. So I may have to do another update on this when it falls off the wall and hits me in the head, but for now, I think it should hold. So yeah, we're gonna just cut the wood, glue the tile holders onto the wood, and then hopefully we should have it on the wall soon. Okay, so under this incredibly impressive graphic novel collection is the glue and the wood and the panels and the drying, so hopefully it all stays together. Okay, so here it is. All the holders, minus a little bit of glue drama back there. Yeah, I think that's working okay. So yeah, now we're just gonna mount it and put some tiles in it, I guess. Boom! There it is, finished. Yeah, I had a really good time building this little weird thing. I've never built anything that I've put on the wall before. All of my other work is sort of digital and normally remains digital, so this has been nice. Now I have a sort of greebly, nerdy wall art thing that doesn't necessarily look super nerdy if you don't know what a greeble is. So yeah, and it kind of worked as intended, which is great. Yeah, so I've really enjoyed the process, and I've enjoyed the process of making it into a little vlog as well. I've not really done a YouTube video in a while, and I've never done something that kind of involved like setting up the camera in multiple places and doing all of that. So that's been a fun experience and a good use of the camera. So yeah, I guess thank you if you got to this point for watching. I will hopefully continue to be making more weird designs. I'm already working on some other stuff, which is hopefully interesting. But yeah, I'm looking forward to everyone letting me know how I could have done this a lot more simply and more safely in the comments. So yeah, let me know about that. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. See you soon.